You are probably...
Bro, did you just call me probable? Come on, 1v1.
What is the probability that you're watching this video right now? What I mean by that is how likely is it that 13.8 billion years ago there was a big which created protons and neutrons. After a while, dust and gases contracted so much in some place that nuclear fusions took place, resulting in the formation of stars, which was to be the basis for solar systems, where a blue planet developed in one of them that happened to be exactly the right distance from such a star so that cells could evolve, which then coalesce to create more complex life forms, only to die again, only to create new life forms, only to die again, only to evolve into mammals, which then evolve into a species of ape, which then evolve into Homo sapiens, who start putting energy into small objects with screens so that an incredibly good-looking Homo sapiens, that's you, can be watching this video now. How likely is that? How likely are you? You're not just probable, your existence is even inevitable. Let me explain. Albert Einstein once said, "Two things are infinite, the universe and the human stupidity." And I'm not sure about the universe. What sounds like the biggest rose in human history also holds another important aspect. Our universe may be infinite, and there are some indications that support this idea. The size of our universe is often described as a comfortable 93 billion light years. In fact, however, this simply refers to the area that we can see, because the light from anything beyond that simply cannot reach us because the universe expands faster than the speed of light beyond that point. Imagine you're the light moving at 300,000 kilometers per second and you just want to go to work or something. But the ground beneath your feet keeps expanding. That's seriously stressful. In any case, we don't know what's out there, which doesn't rule out the possibility of infinity. And while we're already on the topic of the expansion of our universe, if the universe were not infinite, wouldn't the expansion have to stop at some point? Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case at all, because as of recently, 1998, at the time when the majority of you, including me, were still sludge, it has been found that the expansion of the universe is only getting faster. And here's one last argument for the universe being infinite before we continue with why your existence isn't special. When we couldn't look into space to see the boundaries of our Earth, we thought the Earth was flat. After that, we thought our solar system was the end, then we thought our galaxy was the end, then we thought our universe was the end. And now we are here, and why should the universe be the end? There are still some more references to this fact, but let's cut it short and assume for the rest of the video that the universe is infinite, because we can't prove it anyway. But at least Daddy Albert doesn't rule it out, and this man is really a G when it comes to stuff like this. But what does the infinity of the universe have to do with me being a probable piece of shit? Infinity is quite something, and it really messed with us in school.
Today we let the limes run to infinity again.
Why are some infinities larger than other infinities? Is infinity plus 1 greater than infinity? What happens when you calculate infinity minus infinity? How do you even measure an infinity large object? And why is the f***ing airplane in my math problem flying backwards at minus 217 kilometers per hour? Imagine you go to an art exhibition, and in this exhibition there are infinitely many versions of the Mona Lisa. You could walk along this wall for an infinite amount of time and see an infinite number of versions of the Mona Lisa. But you are looking for a specific Mona Lisa. You haven't even checked if this Mona Lisa actually exists, but you don't care. You keep walking and suddenly there it is, the Lionel Messi Mona Lisa. Now that is infinity. You have never heard of the existence of this Messi Lisa before, but you know exactly that it exists. Because with an infinite number of Mona Lisas, it is inevitable that a Messi Lisa exists. There is also a Spider-Man Lisa and a Batman Lisa. There is every f***ing Lisa you can imagine. Let's look at another example, the infinite monkey theory. Take a monkey, put this monkey in front of a typewriter and let him type randomly on this typewriter for an infinite amount of time. It is now inevitable that this monkey will eventually have perfectly retyped every book in the French National Library, because with an infinite amount of time, he has typed everything that can possibly be typed. This monkey is an absolute G. He even typed your name and mine and the basic law of the Federal Republic of Germany. I think you've got it. And now we come to the all-decisive end, the grand final, the creme de la creme, and the answer why you are probable. Many of you might have already figured this out, especially those who follow us, because if you follow us, it shows that you must be incredibly intelligent and attractive, and extremely appealing to every individual in your surroundings. There are countless movies and series based on the concept of a multiverse. Spider-Man, that is the cartoon Spider-Man, but also the other Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, generally the entire Marvel universe, Rick and Morty, All these films and series rely on the existence of a multiverse, which, as we learned at the beginning of this video, is not just science fiction, but a scientifically recognized theory. That alone is difficult for our brain to grasp, but even worse is that there are different theories of the multiverse that describe different types of multiverses with different physical laws, and I'll be honest, in this universe where I'm writing the script for this video, I'm absolutely not yet able to fully comprehend the different theories, let alone explain them. So let's give my brain some more time to make a few more connections. But one thing we've understood. The concept of infinity makes everything possible if you adjust it the way you want. In an infinite universe or multiverse or whatever, where parallel worlds exist and even an infinite number of them, there are not only infinitely many variations of the Mona Lisa, but also you. In this theory, our galaxy exists infinitely many times, and infinitely many times something has gone wrong so that we didn't come into being. But just as many times everything has gone smoothly and we have come into being. You must come into being. You are probably. Not only do you exist in an infinite number of versions, but you also exist an infinite number of times in the version you know. An infinite number of identical and different versions of Da Vinci have painted an infinite number of identical and different versions of the Mona Lisa. You are the Mona Lisa. That is all you need to take away from this video. My brain is blown, maybe yours is too. Give us feedback on what you thought of the video in this universe so that we can compare it to the versions of the video in other universes.